Yo, what is good, my fellow deadheads? Your overlord has returned, back with yet another JJK Phantom Parade video. Today we're going to be talking about the new SP buffs that are scheduled to come out actually tomorrow on the JP version of the game. These have not been announced to be coming out on the global version yet, but we don't really have all of the information on how the SP buffs are looking right now. I just wanted to at least talk about it and give my speculations on how the characters could possibly change, how they could possibly improve. But if you guys do like these SP speculation videos, then you can definitely go down below. You can smack that like button. You can also subscribe, hit the notification bell, let them know when you want Deadman and give them hell. And you can also comment down below and let me know what you want to know, because the Deadman is going to let you know. But let's go ahead and just go into the order of the characters from from left to right. I'm sorry. We have blue Yuji, blue Kamo, and yellow Junpei. So I can't front on you, I'm actually pretty excited about this patch of SP characters, because I'm pretty sure this man Kamo is supposed to be like a breaker, but he's not really that great. Junpei is actually pretty good, but he's more like on the extreme defensive side. And then Yuji is actually still pretty good. I just haven't used him too much, but I mean, he's gonna get even better before I even really start to use him, so that's definitely excellent, definitely a very big thing for me. So let's go ahead and just look. I actually have something right here on the wiki that says what each character is supposed to be improving in, and what regard each character is improving in. So it says that Yuji is going to protect allies even further, a long-term battle strong attacker. A long-term battle strong attacker. Sure, yeah. So Yuji is supposed to be just a character who's supposed to be really good in the fights. You know, the longer that they go on, he's supposed to be able to protect all allies even furthermore than he already was. Then Kamo becomes a debuffer, attacking to debuff the enemy now. So that's gonna be chill. That gives him a little bit of extra utility, because if he's a breaker and he's not doing good damage, then it's kind of whatever. But now if he's all of a sudden debuffing along with doing the breaking, then he's just doing two things in tandem that are gonna work very well together and just make the rest of the team hit harder. So very good. And then Junpei, buffing allies along with attack immunity. So Junpei already had attack immunity for himself, but it seems that he's now able to buff allies as well. I don't think that he will be able to give all allies attack immunity. That would be absolutely disgusting. And it actually says right here which skills are getting updated for each one of the characters. So let's take a wild guess as to how they're going to be upgrading those skills. But I actually have each one of the characters pulled up on the wiki. We're just going to look over them real quick. And I'm mainly just going to talk about the skills that are getting changed. So it says that Yuji's auto skill rapid fire attacks, and then searching for a righteous death. It says both of these are going to be buffed in some capacity. Okay, so that doesn't really tell us what skill, right? But what is this? At the start of each turn, if any ally's HP is 40% or below, excluding himself up to one time during battle, attracts all enemies' attacks itself for one turn, reduces own damage received by 25%, and then grants revival status itself for one turn. So I think the revival is going to stay the same. I think that maybe he'll give himself damage received reduction by maybe, like, I would hate to see only 30%. I would like to see up to like 40 or 50%. That's realistically what I would like to see for that, if he's going to be taunting everybody. And he could attract for more than one turn, but if he's attracted for more than one turn, then he certainly needs more damage reduction. These could both just turn into multiple turn things instead of one turn things, because it's saying that he's better in a longer battle, so that means that his effects need to be more lasting over different things. But I mean, even if they stayed one turn, let's look at the rest of the stuff and see what else is going to change here. If any ally's HP is 40% or below, they could maybe make this a little bit higher, but I doubt it. I think 40% is pretty fair. Then rapid fire attacks. When targeting the same enemy multiple times, increases own damage by 15% for every attack performed up to 55%, and then skills with multiple hits are counted as a single attack. So I think that this is going to get changed to like 20% for every attack, and this number is going to get jumped up to like 80% or something like that. So 20% for every attack, because this right now this only needs you to do it 4 times. You need to attack a character, a unit, or you need to attack an enemy 4 times for it to build to the max point, because 15% times 4 is 60%, and you can't go up to 60%. But if this got changed to 20% and this got changed to 80%, then that would make it so that you would need to attack 4 times and, you know, get the perfect amount from this right here. And if they were really feeling ballsy, they could make it up to 100% and make this even higher than 20% if they wanted to. But that is just me definitely getting headcanony over here. I would love for them to do all that stuff, but it is not a guaranteed thing. So let's look up at his skills and try to figure out maybe which ones is probably going to be the one that get changed, because it says protect allies even further. Okay, let's see. So his ultimate has a chance to stun and increases critical hit rate. Stun does help your allies survive more, but I don't know that the stun is going to be what's going to get changed here. Increases own and ally behind's ultimate skill gauge charge rate by 10%. This could get improved right here, but maybe let's see what this is. Increases selected enemies damage received by 22.5%. I think maybe the skill 2 is going to be the one to get upgraded, or they could just add, you know, they could add something simple, something basic to a skill 1, like a really low taunt chance, or like a damage reduction, like 10% or something like that, and make it hit harder. But I feel like that would be a little underwhelming. But he is getting a buff to his 2 passive skills, so I think that maybe if they wanted to go lighter on the buffs on the actual skills, it wouldn't really be that big of a deal. It'd probably be fine. But I'm thinking that maybe we're seeing the 2nd skill change or the 3rd skill, because if the 3rd skill is already buffing his allies, now that I'm thinking about it, he could give this buff to the ally behind him, but then also give another buff to all allies on the team. That's like extra damage reduction or something like that. But I'm thinking that maybe we're going to see some extra defense on the skill 3, or increase the damage received on enemies on the skill 2. One of those 2 things, because killing enemies faster is also a very strong form of defense. Now let's go ahead and take a jump over to combo. Now for combo, it does not say what he is going to be doing with his, let's see, all of his skills have been adjusted, so let's just put this on the right track. It doesn't say what passives are going to be changing of combos, so let me look down at his passives and see if I can see a change here. Oh, bruh just has, what? Bruh has no auto skills? You're kidding me right now, huh? When flowing red skill state deactivates, increases own damage received. Oh, that's terrible, that's bad. So yeah, I mean, this is gone now, isn't it? Or no, it's unchanged, so that's still there. I don't think that they'll change the characteristic at all. I think that's just going to persist. Let's see. Deals 150% melee jutsu damage, and then deals an additional 100% if flowing red scale is active. I can just see them adding extra break damage onto this, like a break damage buff specifically. Let's see. Wow, funnily enough, Kamo's not a break unit, and I just thought he was. He really isn't. He's just a DPS. If flowing red scale activates, skill range jutsu damage. I mean, this skill is not that crazy. Usually they change the skills that they wouldn't change this. This already has so much buffing on it probably. Or you know what, they could change this. They can make this, you know, 20% damage dealt, you know, increase like literally all these different stat buffs, because they did that with Jogo's domain, right? What they did with Jogo's domain is they just made all of the percents a tiny bit higher, but since it's all multiplicative, all of them are actually quite a bit, you know, higher, because they're all multiplicative off of each other. So this is what they could do with Kamo. They could make the skill 3, and actually it says right here skill 2 and 3 are both going to be changed now that I'm looking at it, because yes, he doesn't have any auto skills. So I can see skill 2 definitely changing to just increase the percents in all of these buffs, and maybe he gives himself extra curse energy, but I doubt that. And if they wanted to, they could add they could actually add some extra break in there or something like that if they wanted to, and make him a break unit if they like to. Then the skill 3, I mean, it's just a basic skill. He could just give himself extra damage dealt or something of that nature on this skill. Or actually, no, it's a debuff, so he could just make enemies take more damage received actually on this skill, because this is an AoE attack. If you had an AoE attack that made everybody just take more damage received, that'd actually be pretty helpful, I'd say so. Then his ultimate, if flowing red scale is active, increases his own damage dealt by 30%. It doesn't say that his ultimate is going to change at all, but it could, you know. Nothing is set in stone until it's actually in the game, because then it's just set in code at that point. But I think that yeah, this is just gonna get extra, not break damage, maybe extra break damage, but this is mainly just probably gonna get, you know, increase enemies damage received or increase allies damage dealt. But it says debuffer specifically, so it's not looking to be, you know, buffs for the team. It's looking more so to be debuffs, and this one could just be better buffs for him in general. And this one could add a debuff to it if you wanted to, but I don't think that that's what they're gonna do, just because they said he's gonna have attacking skills with debuffs. Then let's go ahead and just take a look at Junpei and just pray that his kit is as busted as I'm hoping it is. Now, what I meant by that last statement is I'm hoping that, you know, Junpei actually just gets something to where he can give everybody on the team attack nullification. That is really, really what I would like to see. Increases own damage when Tokyo Jujutsu High students are present on the field. So that sucks, but this skill right here, because he already got an adjustment. Deals are, it says that his skill 2 and 3 are going to be the 2 skills that change, but deals 165% Jujutsu damage to selected enemy, decreases selected enemy's Jujutsu stat by 32.3% for 3 turns, increases the effect depending on how many continuous damage stacks they have. This is dependent on his continuous damage. If they're going to make continuous damage easier to get out, Yeah, whoa, Junpei's about to be you're about to have 2 blue and 2 yellow DOT units. So DOT is about to become very prevalent, I believe, on not only the blue team and the yellow team, because you have DOT with Sukuna and Jogo, and then you're now gonna have DOT with Dagon and Junpei. Let's see. This one is grants attack notification itself for 1 turn, 1 time, attracts all attacks itself for 1 turn, 1 time, and then increases own Jujutsu step by 30%, and then decreases all allies damage received by 20%. So what I'm thinking is we're definitely gonna see this get buffed up a little bit. This could become, I mean, he already has attack nullification. He could get attack nullification on a different skill maybe, but I doubt it. Attracts all enemies to self for 1 turn, 1 time. So maybe this gets turns to 2 turns, right? And they take off the 1 time thing. The Jujutsu stack could go higher for sure. I don't think they're looking to make him much more of a DPS though. I think they're more so just making him a better support for the team. And you know, he's going to be a better DPS in the sense of DOT. But other than that, don't really think anything else is going to be too crazy about him. Let's see. Deals continuous Jujutsu, or deals Jujutsu 350% to a selected enemy. Deals 120% continuous Jujutsu poison damage to a selected enemy for 3 turns. I can see this being up to 150 realistically. Increases the selected enemy's damage received by 20%. That's evil too, because DOT with damage received and the other DOT units would be really crazy. 3 turns, 4 times, increases the effect depending on how many turns of continuous poison damage the enemy has, up to an extra 30% with 3 turns left. And if multiple instances of the effect are applied, the one with the most turns left are to be counted. So it seems that Junpei's DOT is just going to get even more wild. Hopefully he gives people even higher damage received. And then also it looks like he's going to be giving some form of extra buff to allies. I think he's just going to be giving a better defense buff or damage received buff, because defense isn't a stat in this godforsaken game. But these characters I feel like are going to be really good. I mean, Junpei is already a good character. Yuji's already a good character. Who else? Kamo is getting an SP buff. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, then go down below. You can hit that like, you can hit that subscribe, you can hit the notification bell as well for my speculations on what I think these SP buffs are going to look like. And also comment down below and let me know what you think the SP buffs are going to look like yourself. How do you think the skills will change, you know? And to be fair, it says 2 and 3 for Junpei and for Kamo in the Discord, but who knows if that's 100%? I don't know. I mean, they're usually pretty accurate with the information, but let's just wait and see what actually goes on with these characters when they do come out. But if you guys did enjoy this video, then you can go down below. You can hit the like, you can hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me know how you want this information these days, and you can comment down below and let me know what you think these SP buffs will look like. Peace out from the Dead Man. Love you guys. Bye-bye.